Part 34. Restraining is something which, if you get wrong, will get you in trouble, especially with this technique. The trick to this technique, like many others, is to be very precise and understand the things going on. Get this wrong and you could lose the use of your arm permanently. This technique relies on hyperextension of the elbow joint. The elbow joint can only move in one direction. When it's fully extended, it has very little give. The thing holding it together, tendons for example, are all overstretched. As his arm gets close, I grab it with my thumb on the bottom of his hand and clasp just behind his thumb, which is a very painful pressure point. The reason for grabbing here and not the wrist is that it can allow a different way to immediately restrain if required. The arm must be fully extended from the elbow joint so our shoulder and chest can safely lever it. This gives us a perfect hold. While all this is going on, our other arm is thrown in front of his chest and we bow. This will make them bow and set up the next part. As soon as the bow motion comes to the end, my hand is wrapped behind his knee on the top of the calf muscle. There's a tendon there that I use to do this. I hold my arm there and stand up in a specific way using adjustments depending on the result I want. It could be the back, the head, or the lower spine, which is the target of my attention here. A move done this way will impact the lower spine, as in this example, especially if I drop my body height and apply force downwards with the hand I used against his chest here. We've done this on soft ground covered in grass, and I'm overly cautious and doing it slowly to cause little discomfort. Practice allows us to determine the result. Let's see that again in more detail. As soon as his right arm approaches, I raise my right arm. The angle I use here is perfect for this technique. It wipes away any danger from his initial attack. I make contact here as I raise my left arm. This has two purposes. The first is I can catch his other arm and punch if he pulls back. This is explained further in part 22. The second is that it allows a safety net for other things that can happen. But at this position, it gives a great opportunity to show you this technique. My arm is thrust forward towards his chest as I turn my body, guiding his arm past me. As you see here, the angle of the hand is slightly pointed up. This is to create a brace across his chest, so he cannot turn. As soon as the chest is braced, it's time to bow. Leverage can only be applied from the shoulder. It will not work in any other way. If you make a mistake here, you could lose your arm. The attacker can grab yours and turn. That in turn can snap your arm in half. So it's important to never let this happen and to learn correctly without rushing. Here I've bowed, making him do the same, but action to the next part must be swift. Here I'm activating his tendon reaction behind his knee, results of which are determined on the need. If you enjoy this video, please click the like button, consider subscribing, leave a comment, and if you know someone that can find this useful, please share it with them. Until next time, bowing is a form of respect in many cultures. It can carry great weight when meeting and greeting another person.